So I had an experience last night that kind of made me want to talk about this topic, and the topic, I don't know where I'll title the video yet. Kind of just make these along as I go. But I want to talk about rage baiting. So everyone knows what rage baiting is, I'm pretty sure. If you don't, basically the whole concept of rage baiting is someone says something with the idea or intent of making the other person like angry, or they try to get like a reaction out of someone. So like, I don't know, rage bait could be like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, I think I don't know, I think that Gojo solos Goku, and then the other guy can be like, what the hell are you talking about, gang? That's not true. Like, I don't know, something like that, right? That's the whole concept of rage baiting. And with that, the idea in itself isn't really a bad thing. It's just kind of like trolling, right? Like trolling used to be like a very big thing back in like, I want to say, like, especially like early YouTube days, not like super duper early, but like mid, kind of like 2000 and like 13, 14, and things like that. I remember a lot of like popular trolling, like especially Minecraft, like Minecraft trolling videos were a huge deal back in the day. And again, trolling in itself, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, right? But nowadays, rage baiting has gone beyond just trolling, and it's got more personal like insults and like saying the most outlandish crazy shit. So, and this experience that I mentioned in the beginning part or segment of the video, like, there was this person that was just minding his own business. It was in a game of VR chat, which, like, listen, we can argue till the cows come home about how weird of a place VR chat is, because to be fair, it is. But there was this person that was minding their own business. They weren't even saying anything or talking. They looked like they were like asleep, honestly. Like, they were minding their own business, and these random ass people just started, or these random ass groups of people were just talking nothing but shit towards this individual for no reason. And again, I get trolling, I get doing whatever, but these were personal insults. These weren't just like your typical trolling or whatever. And in me saying this, I can recognize that maybe I sound kind of like a bitch, or maybe I sound kind of like sensitive or whatever. It's not the point is that the insults itself, I don't really care about that. People on the internet will say whatever and talk crazy shit. It doesn't matter to me. But the amount of people that think that they're the next Pat God and start saying the most random ass like cornball insults is crazy to me. It's especially the people that are just minding their own fucking business. Like, again, a lot of the times people aren't even trying to look for nothing. Like, they're just playing the game, they're just walking, they're just talking, they're doing whatever. And you have these people that are just like, shut your stupid ass lame ass. I'm like, bro, you sound like a Looney Tunes character right now. Like, what are we talking about? Again, and I think the whole concept of rage baiting is just silly, right? Because you have these people that, if you really think about it, the whole idea is just sad. But you have these people who genuinely have nothing better to do with their lives than to just hop on the internet and say like the craziest thing they can think of off the top of their fucking head. And 9 times out of 10 it doesn't even make sense. Like, the person, like, one of the insults, the person that I mentioned last night, one of the insults they said is that, like, I don't know who I can't remember if they were talking to me or like some kid, but they were like, yeah, your mom has HIV in her left nipple. Like, motherfucker, what? That doesn't even make sense. Plus, also, like, again, like, genuinely, do you not have anything better to do with your life than to just sit on the internet and just try to make people like as mad as possible? And you want to know what the crazy part about it is that 9 times out of 10, the people that talk all of this shit are the same people that if you try to like confront them about it, or especially IRL, the people that say that shit IRL, like 9 times out of 10, they all, like, pardon my language, but they're all bitches. They all act scared, they all backtrack, they all do whatever. It's the same stuff. And it's depressing. It's really depressing. I don't understand the hype, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't understand the hype of simply just shit talking someone for I don't know, being different, or being like, I don't know, like a furry or trans or gay or bi or whatever. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like, you can think however you want about like a certain group of people, I guess, if you want to, but to go out of your way and spend like legitimate time to just shit talking them, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like that's depressing. I don't understand how you can be happy and live a life like that. Another thing is that most of these people are just completely they're just seeking attention. That's all they want, that's all they crave, that's all they ask for. And that, again, is so fucking sad. Like, it's crazy to me how genuinely some people think that the only way they can get attention, or people to look at them, or people to like laugh at them, or do whatever, or laugh with them, I guess, I don't know, is to say like racist, sexual shit, or like sexist shit, and racist, transphobic, homophobic, whatever, that they think that that's the only way people can give them attention. Motherfucker, just be a better person. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. It's not hard. It's really not hard to just be like a decent, functional member of society. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I could be completely tweaking, and maybe like it requires you to just be different, I guess. But it's really not that hard to just like not be an asshole. Like, I don't know. Again, like, you can feel however you want about a group of people, I guess. I don't know. Everyone has their own perspectives and their own ideology on some things. That's just normal. Every person has that, right? But I think when it starts to cross the line is when it starts getting personal and starts going into a realm of like not negativity, but, well, I guess negativity, but like pure just this like disgusting remarks, and just like again, I think this kind of goes together with like my last discussion video where I was talking about how like sexualized this world has become, like 18+ content, all the things. I genuinely don't understand why. I won't say the actual word because, whatever. I'll call it grape. Whatever. If you probably know what I'm referring to, but I don't want to say the actual word because we're on YouTube. But I don't understand how joking about grape and like joking about sexual harassment and racism and sexism, I don't understand how all this stuff has become so like normalized. Like, okay, I have an idea on like why, and I have my own theories on why and whatever. So, okay, but I'm genuinely so shocked and kind of disappointed with how the world has turned out in this way, that these things have become so normalized for any individual to say, and a lot of people just don't care. And again, especially on the internet, right, where people's thoughts are unfiltered most of the time, and they're behind the screen, so they feel like they can say whatever they want or say whatever they want. But again, I promise you, if these people approached someone IRL and said that shit, I guarantee you it would not take long before one of them gets either their ass beat or they get killed. And I'm not trying to say that in any way. I'm not trying to say that in a way of like I'm not trying to like make it like a threat or say anything like whatever. But people are fucking, like, people are crazy, right? It's like people generally have, there are some people out there who like don't care. They don't have anything to lose. Like, they will take a life, like, easily. And again, like, I don't like people that rage bait. I definitely don't think they should die for it. Like, that's fucking, that's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. No one deserves to die for that. But you know, I am saying though is that these people just like keep just keep that shit on the internet, and or just don't do it at all. Actually, now that I think about it, just don't do it at all. I mean, again, I get trolling, I get doing that shit, but I do think it's completely and utterly disgusting to like quote unquote rage bait that type of shit, and then when someone calls you out for it, then you want to call them corny, you want to call them a goofball, you want to say like, huh, gotcha bro, you're so mad. Yeah, of course I'm gonna be like, no hate. And you know what, you can call me stupid, you can call me a bitch, you can call me any name under the sun for feeling this way, but of course I'm gonna be frustrated towards the person that's joking about these sensitive topics and thinking that shit's funny, and they're doing it lightheartedly. Again, and of course, dark humor is a thing. I understand dark humor and all the things, but maybe I'm different, but I don't understand the humor in just being like, oh yeah, trans people, ha, fucking, oh, okay man, GG's, like, you really got me there, pal. Like, what? Again, I think the whole idea behind rage baiting is fucking stupid. It's stupid. The people that do it are some of the biggest pussies I have ever seen, and I don't want to portray myself as this type of person. It's like, oh, these people are fucking pussies over here. It's not the point. Point being is that 9 times out of 10, the people that say any of this kind of shit never stand on business. They never ever say it with their chest out. They never do whatever. Cause I think the very, very, very least, I don't think you should say it at all. Point blank, point period, right? But the very least you could do is when you say something, you fucking say it like you mean it, and you don't backtrack on that shit. Cause like, again, no matter what, in my eyes, even if you stand on business, you're still a bitch. Like, when it comes to stuff like that, like, it's not funny, and you're also just weird. But it's crazy that the people that say this kind of stuff or do these kinds of things over the internet, they will never ever say it to another person's face, and they'll always try to be nice and kind of like, yo bro, like, you're so cool, like, you're so funny, like, oh yeah, whatever. But as soon as it's over the internet, or as soon as they have a place to hide, guess what? The whole it's changed. It's different now. I think that is the craziest thing ever. I think that's like one of the craziest things in my eyes. The fact that you can sit there and act like that and still look at yourself in the mirror is fucking laughable towards me. It's laughable to me. I think that's crazy work. Absolutely insane. And again, I just want to reiterate, like, the standing on business part. I'm not saying that the people that say this shit, like, I think people that say any of that kind of stuff are disgusting people, and I don't want to associate with any of those kinds of people that say those things, right? Point being is that the point being though is that when someone says that kind of stuff and they backtrack on it immediately when they get called out, they just look like an even, like, bigger coward than they did before. And like I I I I just think that's crazy. If you can't deal with the backlash of saying it, then don't say it at all. Just don't say that shit. Again, right? So I say again a lot. My bad. But point being is that trolling is fine. I don't think there's really like a problem with trolling. It just starts becoming a problem when it becomes personal, when it crosses that line, that threshold of you're not simply joking around, but like you are just saying like genuine personal like insults and masking it up as rage baiting, or you're just saying gross and grotesque shit to try to get a reaction and attention from others. Like, I think if the whole purpose of you just saying that kind of shit is simply to make others mad and for attention, maybe, like, not gonna lie, maybe we just have to reevaluate. Maybe we just have to approach the whole thing differently. I think the people that just talk shit only reason being for their shit talking is simply because they want to drag others to their level and make them as angry as they are for temporary relief. Yeah, no, that's depressing. That's actually fucking sad. Like, dude, I don't understand how making others miserable makes you like happy. We just have to reevaluate that. I'm not trying to be any type of way, but that's a very sad use of your time. You could be doing so many things. I think that any and every human on this planet is capable of achieving something great. You just have to put in the time and effort, right? I think any human can accomplish like anything they set their mind to. I'm not trying to say that in like a corny like anime like protagonist way. I genuinely do believe any human can achieve whatever they want if they just put the time, put the energy, and put their resources into it. They can accomplish it, right? But instead of actually working towards something, you're just making people mad. Like, yo, dude, go learn a skill, go learn a hobby. Like, I don't know, like I don't know, if you want to content create or become like, I don't know, if you want to become like an influencer, I guess, I don't know, like become like someone who works in like a big corporation, become a CEO, become a game developer. Like I know plenty of people that are game developers or that work on that kind of stuff. You can do it. It's all possible, and especially on the internet where you can learn a variety of skills, like a variety of different things. You could do so much stuff. There's so many things you can do with your life, or work, or like reading a book to attain knowledge. Like, I don't know, do whatever you want. Like, you know, do whatever you want. The world, you could do whatever you want in this world. You know what I mean? You can accomplish whatever. But I think it's very sad when these people go, the whole point of their life is to just make others miserable, get pissed off, they fight, and they just say all these negative and nasty things for temporary relief from their problem that they have, and then they go back to doing the same old shit. I just think maybe we reevaluate that. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, sorry, I already know this video is long enough, but I'm just gonna throw in like a personal experience here for a second. When I was younger, I used to talk a lot of smack. Like I used to just be very rude. I used to be very negative. I used to, you know, do all these things. I was a very miserable person, like, just during that time. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that in any way of like, oh, you should feel bad for me or whatever. That's not the point. The point being is that I can sympathize with I can sympathize with that kind of stuff. I used to talk mad shit. I used, like, on the internet especially. Thing is though, is that in that way though, when someone confronted me about it, I would always backtrack. I would never do whatever, and I was just being an overall negative person. And again, I'm not like, how do I word it? I'm not ashamed to talk about it, but I am ashamed that I did that in the first place. But now because of that experience, I have the perspective to talk about this and tell you guys like these things. You shouldn't live your life like that. Now that I'm older and have like much more like experience and a bigger perspective on things and a different ideology, I'm living a way better life. I have an amazing social circle. I have great friends, and like, you know, right now, like, I'm in love with this person that I'm talking to. She's great. You know, we won't talk about that right now. But point being is that I'm in a way happier spot than I was before. And it's because I let go, or tried to make an effort to let go of all that negativity that I had, and I tried to work towards being a better me for the future, rather than just focusing on the negative and making others miserable to make myself feel happy. And again, I want to reiterate, with me saying these things to you currently, I'm not saying this in a way of being like, oh, like, you know, feel bad for me, or like, you know, whatever. I promise you that's not the point of me saying this. I'm not trying to come off as self-righteous or pretentious or anything. I really just want you guys to understand, or the people that rage bait or whatever, I need you to understand that I've seen that kind of stuff, and like I did that stuff in the future. I wasn't a happy person doing that, and it just overall, it just led to a very negative life that I had, and I was miserable. The people around me were miserable. I ruined a lot of great friendships because of it, and it just wasn't a great place to be in. And you know, I'm happy that I changed, and now that I now have a better outlook on life. I'm making this video. The whole point of this video is to rant about, yeah, I don't like rage baiters. They're stupid. I think the whole idea of it, the whole concept of it is stupid. But on top of that though, I'm making this video to hopefully to get you guys to understand that this lifestyle, I guess, if you want to call it that, this way of living just isn't it. It's not gonna make you happy. It's not gonna do whatever. All it does is just wastes time, and you only have such a finite amount of it. You should use that time for something better, rather than just getting pissed on the internet and fighting all day. Just use your time more effectively, and don't forget that you only have such a limited amount of it. So, like, I'm gonna leave this video off because it's already almost 24 minutes. But I want to leave this video off with like a very important question. When your time is out and you pass away, will you have any regrets when you look back on your life and go, I spent X amount of time simply just sitting on the internet making other people feel shitty about themselves when I could have spent that time more effectively? I just want you to think about that for like, let that like simmer in your head for a little bit. And if for whatever reason, if you think that that's an effective use of your time, then you can go be miserable, I guess. But for the people that genuinely do want to change and that want to live a better life, it is not too late, and you still have plenty of time to live a better, healthier, more functional and stable life.